Hello. I just wanted to come and talk about a little bit what has been going on, how we've been feeling, what we've been working on. I'm just making dinner right now. Kids are playing in the living room with Ben. And today I was talking with a couple of my girlfriends. Just everyone's kind of feeling in a funk lately, especially the past 2 days. And I feel like not sure what's going on, if it's seasonal or is there a spiritual attack going on, which I feel like is happening. And so just processing through that. So some of the things I've been thinking about is like what Ben and I are trying to do in our neighborhood and how anticlimactic it can feel at times because we're in a very urban setting. We have Kroger, Target, Costco, Walmart, everything by us that we can use to shop. Things are cheaper. Having chickens is not like saving us a ton of money. And so just everything that we're due, especially while starting it, is not very economical right now. As well as like this YouTube thing, what we're doing with that, we would love to be able to have that be an income source to help us pay for the stuff that we're doing. And so it's just been a lot lately. So kind of what's going on right now, I feel like I'll probably find out every year this is probably the hardest season where the weather is not quite good enough yet consistently to be able to do anything, but it's like starting to warm up and I'm getting the itch to be outside, start things, but then we'll get like today crappy weather where we're stuck inside and kids are whining and all the things like that. So it's just been an interesting season. We are starting some seeds of the frost hardy stuff that once they get big enough and the ground softens enough, we'll be able to start planting those and see how it goes. But like with everything we're doing, it's such a learning curve. And what I've really struggled with lately is that we don't have a ton of community that is like interested in, like we have people that are very interested and excited about what we're doing, but not a ton of resources on learning for urban setting and doing exactly what we're doing with trying to use our yard as best we can. There's lots of like neighborhood community garden stuff, and like Columbus is all about bettering the community, but there's not a ton of resources for like homeowners that are trying to do that, which then makes me think of like, okay, well, what is our true passion? What's the purpose? If the purpose is to be like sustainable and economically wise, this isn't the way to do it, because we are forking out a lot of money doing chickens and bees and raised beds and all this stuff. And so like, what's the point? What are we doing? Why are we doing it? Because I know that to be able to do this well and to do it for a long time, there has to be good reason behind it. And so I feel like in the stage of life I am in right now, I'm just questioning. I should plant that. It's growing. Questioning a lot with work, with kids, with what we're doing here, with church, with faith, all just every aspect of life, questioning it to be able to develop it how I want to raise our kids, so I have an answer when I'm asked. All those things like that. So it's been a stressful time. So we are trucking along. Every day is a little bit different with the kids. How we're doing is dictated how the kids are doing. Lately they have not been doing great. Today seems a little bit better, but everyone's been just off and funky. I'm in school right now as well. So between school and working and the kids waking up early, there just hasn't been a lot of time to do anything. And so whenever we research how people develop their YouTube channel better, they're putting out multiple videos a week, making all this content, yada yada yada. And it's not even the people that are super profitable from it. It's just people that are actually getting an income and building up their channels and what they do. And so doing anything with young kids is difficult, and you have little time. And so the daily struggle I face is reminding that this is a season. Our kids are not going to be this small forever. Things aren't going to be this complicated probably ever again, because I'm not going to be in school forever. Even if we have more kids, I'll hopefully be almost done or done with school by the time our next kid comes around, which will simplify things a lot. I think school just sucks. It's not even that much work. It's just extra thing to think about. No free time. Ben's with the kids all the time, so difficult. And oh yeah, add COVID and sickness on top of that, and we are stuck inside all the time. So good stuff. But what I would love to hear, if anyone knows of good resources for home gardeners, urban gardeners, whatever you want to call it, whatever you have resources for, we would love anything and everything. Also, anything that you've heard of I was even looking up herd sharing, to look into getting fresh cow's milk, or I know CSAs are a thing, but not super interested because we waste a lot of food if we're not prepared to have 5 pounds of beets or something like that. And we're also during the same time going to be having some of our own food, so kind of sticking away from CSAs for that reason. But always up for ideas. We've talked about, our situation's a little bit more unique, so not everything's gonna fit what we're trying to do. So any help would be appreciated. Any ideas would be great. So that's a little update on what we're doing, where we're at. We're at a state of survival and frustration most days, because kids can be very frustrating and tiring, and waking up early, ready to rock and roll. Riker's going through a sickness right now, waking up early, and so it's just frustrating. And I think a lot of people in our community friend group are all going through the same situation and season of life, so we don't see a ton of people because everyone's going through the same thing. And with COVID, everyone's more concerned with any type of sickness that comes around, just because we're not going to be testing our kids all the time, so you never know who has what, and so we just kind of stay away most of the time. So if you're one of our close friends near us, we miss you guys. If you're one of our distance friends, we still miss you guys. If you're not our friend, we miss you guys. So reach out to us if you have any comments, concerns, questions, encouragement, resources, or just want to say hi. So we will see you. Hopefully we'll be getting in the swing of putting more videos out once stuff starts happening with coldness, rain, whatnot. We're on a standstill with our greenhouse. We're on a standstill with our side yard. We're on a standstill with the bees. And I guess that's not happening until April anyway, so we're not really a standstill. We're just waiting. And yeah, we're at a spot of we're not sure what we're doing, and not many people around us are doing stuff like what we're doing. And I have no idea what's going on. I don't even know the purpose. Why are we doing this? Lots of questions, lots of doubts, lots of questions, lots of doubts. Again and again and again. So that's where we are. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye-bye.